Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We're here in the Forest of Fallen Giants, and we're tracking down those fallen giants. When we first visited here at the very beginning of the game, we noticed a couple of large tree humanoid creatures, the corpses of giants who fell in the battle here long ago. Now that we have the Ashen Mist Heart, which you received from the Ancient Dragon, we can delve into their memories. And so, we're going to spend some time revisiting their final moments. Now, it's worth noting that we only have a limited amount of time in each memory, about 5 minutes. So we're going to spend most of our first visit here listening to an NPC.
What are you doing here? You are not one of our soldiers, and I don't take you for a mercenary. Whoever you are, this is no battle to involve yourself in. Whether you are guided by bravery or brashness, this is no place for you. I am Drummond, and the Lord has placed this fort in my hands. Whoever you are, I forgive your trespass, but leave this place immediately. Just mention my name, and no man will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men have not the will to resist. Soon, the giants will descend upon this fort. It is revenge for the kingdom's misguided barbarism. The venerable Lord built this kingdom to bring prosperity to his subjects. What has transformed him so, I cannot imagine. Long ago, the king crossed the seas, pillaged the land of giants, and brought back a prize. It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land. The giants have wills of steel. They cannot find it within themselves to forgive the misdeeds of our Lord. Did you see him? That towering monster among them? That is most certainly their king. He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die trying. My blade may break, my arrows fall wide, but my will shall never be broken. Those who live by the sword will die by it, and I, Drummond, won't go down without drawing mine. Be gone with you. This fort will soon fall. Be gone before the giants are entirely upon us.
So I think we've heard of Captain Drummond through item descriptions here and there. He's one of the captains who fought here at the battle in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Also watch out for that guy. Now, for the most part, I honestly recommend avoiding combat with the giants, just because you are on such a limited time frame. They will attack you, and you can attack them back, and you can win. They don't take that long, but if you stop and attack each one, you are going to run out of time. And especially with this particular memory, with the NPC, you're probably going to want to do multiple runs no matter what, if you are going after all of the items. But when we revisit these, there is one particular thing that we are seeking out. And I believe maybe if we go and talk to Nishandra, she tells us a little bit more about this, but I didn't do that. I honestly think that they could do a better job telegraphing what you're supposed to do at this point. But we are looking for the souls of giants for reasons. And so there is a singular giant that we can find that is already fallen that we can acquire the soul from. And so I'm gonna rush through this. And I know just from playing the game that this particular soul is guarded by a powerful giant that will take too long to kill. So I'm just going to make a run for an item over here. And have just enough time to grab it. So once you run out of time, it'll boot you back to outside of the tree here, where those guys will probably attack you on accident. And then you can pop back in. And you have to go through loading screens each way, which is a little bit of a bummer. I have edited those out. And now, that guy will bust open the door. Once he busts through the wall that first visit, he does not need to do so again, which, how does that work with timelines? I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to basically run through ignoring most of the giants here. I'm going to get to my destination, acquire what I want, and then I'll go back and maybe pick up a few things, slay a few giants if I have time. My recommendation is to go up the ladder here. You might notice that there's like explosions going on down there and giants who are attacking. So it is definitely safer to go along the upper route here. Then slip through here. Don't forget about a chest. I am getting distracted by items, yes. Why do you ask? It's amazing how much more time you have when you don't listen to Captain Drummond talk for a couple minutes. And oh boy, that guy had a bit of a grisly end. I like these memories in general. I think they feel alive in a way that very few other Souls areas do, because people are actively fighting against other people, and it takes like several minutes for the whole combat encounter to play out, and there's a bunch of people. This is a flashback, in a very literal sense, to a time when the world was more alive and not kind of in its dying gasps, or at least not quite as much as it is now. Anywho, we've got a dual-wielding giant here. These guys are, I think, the toughest that you will encounter. You can see over there, hey, there's a dragon slump, not a dragon, a giant, slumped on the stairs. That is who we are eventually hoping to pillage from. Ta-da! Plenty of time to spare. So, examine the giant corpse and we'll get Soul of a Giant. And we gotta collect them all in order to accomplish our mission, which I know is very vaguely stated right now. Anywho, I'm going to climb up here, and I'm going to take care of that Pyromancer giant. I keep calling them dragons, because I just recorded the Dragonary. These guys take fewer hits. They're still pretty substantial. They could still kind of kick your butt if you're not careful. And, oh man, already you can see all those human soldiers just totally cleared out. The giants will definitely win this battle if you don't interfere. Because they're giants, and humans are but puny mortals. Anywho, hop on down. Basically just doing cleanup at this point, seeing if we can get a couple extra souls. Well, and I also like, I like the kind of return from the memory that you get. You can also, by the way, just use the Aged Feather or Homeward Bone to get out of here. But I like the moment of returning from the memory. Because when you do that, you usually return to a tree that is being attacked by a couple of hollow soldiers. And to go from this outright battle between giants and humans that is, you know, intense and deadly, and then to the kind of melancholy, weak, ineffectual attacking of the giant's dead body that you get with those hollow soldiers, it's like, yep, that battle is still going, and they still can't win when the enemy's already dead. It's not quite like that, but let's check out this club. Club of the Giants, the besieged Drangleic. Nothing more than a boulder bound to a tree, but it is a very powerful, if primitive, weapon. King Vendrick, in adherence to Queen Nashandra's counsel, led his armies north in an effort to subjugate the Giants and claim their powerful souls for his own. So, I don't remember if we had previously learned that Nashandra was the one who pushed Vendrick to do all this, but it probably comes as no surprise. Anywho, let's warp back, and we're going to head off to our second memory. So I'm doing these memories in a fairly intentional order. You can do them in whatever order you want, but you do meet some NPCs in the memory we're just in, of Amar, and the next memory that we're doing, Oro, who will both be available as summons in the final memory that we do next episode. So I figured this was probably a reasonable approach to take. And so this memory is over by where we fought the Pursuer. And it means we got to do this boss run again. You remember that? Remember these guys? I don't miss them. Anywho, the enemies here probably don't pose much danger to you at this point. These were, again, beginning of the game enemies, and now we are revisiting with essentially our end game build. But, you know, this is Dark Souls, so you're better off destroying them one by one, rather than just running past them and then allowing them all to gang up on you while you're trying to talk to an NPC. No, I don't speak from personal experience. What are you talking about? Anyway, here we are back at the Pursuer's arena. Remember that iconic fallen head there? Duck in between. And then, hey, look at that. I recognize that glowy sword and also the person holding it.
Well, we meet again. What are you doing here? Who'd have thought we'd meet in a place like this? Fate just won't let us stay apart, will she? See, the old sword's got your attention. Well, you've a good eye then. That has been in my family for generations. They say it is crafted with moonlight. And we all know what that means. The wards of evil. And I would be trader for all the riches in the world. It's said that no man has ever teased out the sword's true power. But in the right hands, I see you've taken a liking to the sword. Well, I applaud you, though you've a sharp eye. But this is one sword, pal. I will not be given up. If you still insist on having it, then you will have to pry it from my cold horns. I've a great debt to you, and I'll never forget it. I, Ben Hart, swear by my honor to aid you in your darkest hour, so no problem, pal.
I feel like Ben Hart hasn't done a whole lot over the course of the game. Is that just me? Am I weird for thinking that? Alrighty, welcome to the Memory of Oro, our second giant memory. And, hey, wait a minute. I recognize that glowy sword and also the person holding it.
Look at you, old friend. See your travels wear on you yet. Just remember, I'm always ready to help. My homeland is in the Far East, a kingdom of honourable fighting men. And this sword here awaits a true man to wield it. I know how swords think, you see.
So, luckily, Ben Hart is less chatty than Drummond, so we might actually have time to accomplish some things in this memory the first time around. So I'm not 100% sure what Ben Hart is doing here. I'm pretty sure he's not part of Vendrick's army. He's not wearing the uniform, and he's a traveler from a far-off land. But here he is. Weird. Also, he seems to recognize us, which implies maybe he is also visiting the memory from outside. I don't 100% get it. It's weird. Anyway, be wary of traps here. This chest has a trap in it. I don't know if it's always poison or what. And then that second Pharaoh's contraption there is a trap. If you activate it, axes will shoot out of the wall. The actual secret passage is just a regular old secret passage. It's a devious trick. I don't know why the person who designed this fort designed it like that. That seems like kind of a weird interior decoration choice. Anyway, some neat prizes. We get the steel set, which, man, there's just kind of nothing to it here. It's the armor of some pretty dope warriors. Sure. Anyway, keep climbing up these stairs. You'll recognize this kind of staircase pattern from going up to the pursuer. And we get up to the roof here, where we got a pyromancer and a regular club guy. Now, I didn't speak about it in the last memory, but you do got to kind of be careful of the human warriors here too. I'm not entirely sure what'll cause them to aggro against you. I do note that these guys with the ballistas just kind of enjoy attacking whoever is in front of them. Anyway, here's a tricksy thing. First, you got to know to break the wood there to cause that whole pulley to go down. And then this is a tricky jump, actually best accomplished by backstepping. The wiki has a convoluted description of how to, like, walk, not run, but jog a little bit. Backstepping actually works really well. And that'll allow you to get into this kind of bombed open room. We'll fight a club guy and get some loot. Now, trying to figure that out under time pressure given that you have 5 minutes or so in each memory, you might be redoing that run over and over if you haven't just watched a video of me doing it, trying to figure out how that works. There we go. Hop on down. Careful again, arrow guys. And yep, they sure are attacking me. I didn't attack him. Drummond told me in that last memory that they had given up hope and probably wouldn't attack me because they were so bummed out. Clearly not happening. Anyway, I'm just gonna run around, grab some items real quick. The giant corpse over here has the soul. Nice. And I think there's like one more item that I didn't manage to grab in the time limit, but I got everything that I really care about, so I'm gonna call this a win. I'm just gonna leave it with this single run. No need to revisit. And that wraps up the memory of Oro. We have one giant memory left, and it's a doozy. But that's going to be in the next episode. Until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.